Well, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the DigiByte Comm Talk. I'm your host, Script Skynet, and I have with me today Mr. Half an Orange, Adrian. How you doing, Adrian?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It was a long day's work, and I still have more work to go, but I was like, well, I do have an interview. Wanted to hang in there for you. And yes, as we were talking behind the scenes, this is on accident, but I was like, well, that's convenient. So why don't you introduce yourself, Adrian, to how you got into crypto, where you come from, what's your background, because you own a YouTube channel, and not a lot of people probably know that, but you've also done DigiByte videos. And the way I understand it is, you're a pretty well-minded, and rounded individual. So just introduce yourself and tell us how you got into crypto and what's your background.
Okay, so I got into crypto a year ago. I was in Italy at the time, and I was thinking about a way to make money. And I at the time, I think I was thinking, what about crypto? I just had a thought, and then a day or 2 days later, got an email from my good friend John Ray, and John was just saying how he thinks buying Cardano is a great opportunity. And so I was like, I'm not sure if you saw in one of my videos, I mentioned that a few years ago I was homeless, and at the beginning of COVID, I'd actually at the beginning of COVID, I'd actually finally made. I'd started a business. I started a Shopify drop shipping business, and a week. Yeah, and that was So I suppose that was 6 months after kind of hitting rock bottom financially. So then I was actually a Deliveroo rider in London, so I was delivering food and at the same time starting this Shopify business, and then COVID came along, and I made my first sale on my Shopify business, and then COVID came along, and then had to close the business because shipping costs were too high, and the delivery time was taking too long, and so then to answer your question, then like a few months later, got this email from my friend, and then I was like, right, I'm just going to work really hard, teach a lot. I am a teacher on a platform called Preply, and I just did lots of hours, like 50 hours a week, teaching, talking with people online, and then it saved $1,000, which probably isn't much for many people, but it was a lot for me. And then invested that. Conversational English, so just hanging out with people and talking, much like you and I are doing now.
Wow, what a great job, man.
Getting paid for it.
I think everybody would love to have that.
Yes.
We'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good gig. So bought $1,000 of Cardano, which then in January became 7,000, and so the journey began. And then your second question was, you asked me two things.
And then basically, what's your background, where you come from, what did you do before?
Yeah. So I'm half Maltese, half English. I've been a digital nomad for 8 years. So I left London 8 years ago, and during this time I've been traveling. I've been all around the world, 43 countries. I'm currently in Estonia. My background's in teaching and business. So when I left London 8 years ago, I had a tuition business. So I tutored maths in London, and then I had a small team of tutors. So crypto is really new for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just tell everybody that's watching live here, and everybody that will be watching live,
Mm.
or later,
Let's hope there are more. Let's
the
hope there are
retrip,
more. Yeah.
the afterlife, the aftermath. But
Yeah.
um, so I've watched a few of your YouTube videos,
Mm.
and it was kind of interesting because I didn't know where you were coming from, but at the same time, I was kind of seeing what you were doing. It took me a minute to, watch your videos, but I watched it all the way through, and like
Uh,
four of them, or three or four of them, right? And then you were
mm.
doing DigiByte videos, and then like,
Oh,
what was it? Last night it was the night before.
yeah.
You're like, I feel like I'm a part of this, like Digiverse over here, like for people that know me for a while, it was always called Script Skynet, right? The channel was always Script
Yeah.
Skynet,
Yeah.
DigiByte Comm Talk, TA, just talk. But it's Digiverse now, um, and the community helped me pick that name, by the way. So, and you're like, I just feel like I'm part, like with Digiverse, and all these people in crypto. So you felt like an attraction towards people that were in crypto, and it was it like. So tell me, what was it about Digiverse here? What was it about the Digibyte community on this channel? I mean, we're broad, actually. There's people that don't watch this channel that's part of the Digibyte Comm Talk, or Digibyte community, but there's people that get on the Digibyte Comm Talk that I just see people like you, and that's what I want to do. I want to find the next person, putting themselves out there. And there's been quite a few people I wanted to reach, but they just haven't been able to come on the show. But when you said Digiverse, I knew right away. I was like, yeah, this guy, I'm going to get him on the show. So what was it that made you call me out? Basically, I'm actually kind of curious.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have an aim when I mentioned you. I didn't imagine that we'd do an interview together. So just feel honored to. It's just cool to hang out and chat with you. So to answer you, so why did I? How did I? Well, I actually have a funny story. I was a bit sad one day because I was looking for Script Skynet and I couldn't find you. And I was like, "Oh, what's happened? Like, has he, has he got banned from YouTube or something?"
Oh man,
And
I'm
then,
sorry,
so
man.
it took me a while. No, found you, and yeah. So just again, it was my friend John who mentioned a few. I asked him what YouTube channels he was watching in regards to crypto, and you were one of them. And I just love the, what do you call is it the intro and the outro? I love the music at the beginning, and
Yeah,
uh, 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 that just, I was living in Poland, in Warsaw. I didn't know anyone there, and it was COVID. I think it was, I guess it was, yeah, it was September, October. I was in Poland, and I wasn't meeting with anyone, and it just felt like, it felt a bit weird. Like, it just felt weird to be watching your videos and with the music and
right.
everything. I was in a maybe a weird place, as in that, like, I wasn't interacting with people in real life, and here I was watching this robot video, and then watching TA vid. So yeah, so I'm a trader. I'm part of a group of traders called Crypto Revolution. Again, John. So basically, I'm sort of following in John's footsteps. John became a trader.
So
He
you're
made
part of Bitcoin, Chris.
Bitcoin Chris. What's that?
Bitcoin Chris is Crypto Revolution.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Chris, Bitcoin Chris. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, CBC. So yeah, so I'm following in John's footsteps. John made some money with crypto trading, and I'm trying to do the same.
Okay,
So
so your friend John,
yeah,
he knows about this channel.
yeah,
How
exactly.
I mean, how did he know the channel? You just stumbled across the channel.
Yeah, I think he just in the search would have put DGB and then you'd have popped up.
Oh, nice. So I'm one of
I
those
hope so.
cool guys.
Yeah.
I always wonder, man, because like you get those DigiByte videos out there, it's pretty wild, man. Like I just try to keep it down to earth,
Yeah.
There's upside, there's downside, there's sideways action. I try not to put a target on a price, but like you could do ranges, But again, like I'm part of the DigiByte awareness team, right? I'm a core member there.
Yeah.
And I can't talk about price. So it's kind of,
Oh.
it's one of the rules, And
Oh.
people call me shills and all this, but I'm part of the DigiByte community. I love the community, right? So I'm definitely working and building with people, like building lives, building relationships. But there's people on the outside. Oh, this guy's a shill just for DigiByte. Sure, okay, but I don't go up in their neighborhood and throw DigiByte all over them, and claim them. You know what I mean? I don't do that. They wandered off of my channel and called me a shill. Like, you're in my channel. You're in my world, dude. Like, no, that's not how it works. But it's cool how that your friend said, "Hey, check out Script Skynet," and I at that moment in time I changed it to Digiverse because the community, we're a decentralized community, right? They voted Digiverse, so and that's why I changed it. I just had a wild hair at night. I said, "Hey guys, if you guys want to figure out what's a cool name for the channel instead of Script Skynet," so that's how it came to be. I'm glad to hear, man. So
I have a question about that. Has anything changed for you now that you're Digiverse? Now that you're more involved in the community? You mentioned that you can't mention price. Does that mean you could still do TA vids, right?
yeah, well, that's really actually, that's really
Oh,
rocky there too. I
it's a
mean,
gray area,
the
right? Yeah.
group, the core team hasn't told me to stop, right? But they just wanted me to stop talking about price, and that's understandable because it's not about price. It's
Mm,
about the technology. It's about
mm.
where we are going with it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
I'm more
about
like
predicting.
I'm
Yeah.
more like someone to witness to people, to bring community in, to keep the community that we got, right? So they're not disheartened or angry, right, about whatever the case may be, you know, to keep the emotions, at bay, um, and just be basically establishing those relationships, building, and put the knowledge in them about what they're getting into, what they're buying, because a lot of people don't know what they're getting into. They don't know what they're buying, so they'll buy and they'll sell, and they're like sad. First they were happy, then they buy, and then they sell. They're sad. It's like you guys need to dig deeper. You need to start talking to the community, get involved, because at the end of the day, the DigiByte blockchain will always be there. The only thing that will be able to be a mute point being used is the people. Like if all the people left, doesn't matter. The DigiByte blockchain will still be there. That's why I'm saying, like, so DigiByte will always be there. The people have to be together at the same vision, same mind, right? And have that same goal in mind for others. It's all about spreading awareness, spreading adoption. Now, I say adoption. We are in that adoption phase. We're starting to see Bitcoin cryptocurrency being adopted. Okay. This is a crucial phase for DigiByte, especially the V8 upgrade, the version 8 upgrade, with changing multi algorithms and updates and to improve the blockchain for efficiency and smoothness and just the experience of it, like new wallets and upgrade version 3 from version 2 DigiAsset X or DigiAssets. And where that next step for DigiAssets, the second layer, people are going to be able to go to GitHub, take what was written by Matthew Cornelius and the team, and build their business. Okay, they're able to build on top of the DigiByte blockchain. This is a huge, crucial step, and I think it's going to be massive. So when people find out, oh, you mean I can build my own DigiAsset platform? Oh, you mean I can build my own DigiAsset app? Yeah, this is huge.
So I've got so the DigiByte community doesn't want you to talk about price because they want people to. So the goal is they want people to stick around, right? I suppose they want people to hodl, right? They don't want people
Well,
to buy. Would that be better
well,
for the?
I think the price thing is I'm part of a internal group that's a servant to the community, whether the community loves us or hate us. In fact, the community was crying out, we need marketing, we need development, we need
Oh,
this, we need that.
mm,
And
mm,
so there was a team that came together that heard the cries of the people.
uh-huh.
And so there's like donation funds for the team
Mhm.
to execute things that need to be done in marketing and development. So it's still decentralized and we vote. No one gets paid in this thing. I even give my own money, to it every week or every other week because I know where it's going. I know it's going to a good cause to the people, development, wallets, you know, securities. We got things like we're trying to work out a really good marketing plan. We got money in that marketing fund. We're going to do some things. And in fact, we actually did a huge thing for the community with 1inch and RenDGB. So we're getting the community experience a little bit of the DeFi farming staking protocol. So we're doing big things that people don't know about because they're not part of the core team. But the code, there's so many like rules in the core team that have to keep us out of the picture to represent the people. It's not about us, it's about the people. It's about the community in DigiByte, right? So none of us get paid. We all basically use our own resources to fund the initiative for other people. So I don't know what people think about the DigiByte awareness team or what their thoughts are or why they hate us or why they love us. The truth is we pretty much do what is right and we check it twice and we deliver behind the scenes without making a big like
Hoo-ha,
sounding the
hoo-ha.
horn. Like
Yeah.
we're doing this, we're doing that. I mean, so I can't talk about price because it actually attracts behavior that isn't typically bad. Just behavior within our group, it's unnecessary. We need to stay focused for the people.
Okay, so I want to understand this more for the people thing. So what's attracted me to DigiByte is that it's low key, it's humble, and it's hard to put into words why. Just that's the sense I have of it. So when you say for the people, tell me more about that.
Well, everything
Like it's about serving others, is it?
it is about
Yeah,
others. So
yeah.
the initiative was to create a core group that would have development on the DigiByte blockchain, keep the wallets intact, solve issues that need to be solved with money. Okay. And a lot of us were just doing it out of our own pocket. And that's why sometimes we really can't stand when someone says, DigiByte needs more marketing, and they're screaming it out to Twitter or whoever on YouTube,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
The
okay.
only down DigiByte's great, but they need more marketing. They're screaming it out, and I'll chime in and say, "How about you donate to the marketing fund? We'll get that thing done." Or what's your plans? What's your ideas? They don't want to talk. Like if you have a great idea to expand the DigiByte ecosystem or the phenomenon, everyone is welcome. It's not like we're trying to hush people but we don't like getting yelled at because really what they're saying is, and I mentioned this before, when someone says DigiByte needs more marketing, all of a sudden I'm at failure. You know, all the DigiByte community are at failure because it's a community effort. It's grassroots movement. It's not one person doing marketing. It's not a company. It's not. It's you see what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
all accountable, and that's what people don't understand. We are all accountable for what we do for DigiByte. Whatever comes in our mouth, and whatever we write on paper, or whatever we do for it or do against it. It's
So
community
when
driven.
someone makes a suggestion or yells at you, you're feeling that collectively as a group.
Yes, I think we all should in that behavior because we're an organism. Okay, so the community is the community. We have skills in the community. We do have marketing skills in the community. And they're all over. They're in every one of us. It's just who's going to take that sacrificial time to do it instead of just scream and yell about it. Because you scream and yell about it, I would say, okay, how can I help you? Right? Tell us what we need to do. We're a team. And then they kind of fade away in the background because they were just screaming and yelling.
Are the people that are screaming and yelling in the team or outside the team?
I'm outside the team. No one in.
Yeah.
Actually, we're all a team. The
Yeah.
teamwork makes the dream work. And if you visit DigiByteAwareness.org or DigiByteAwarenessTeam.org, right? The DigiBat.org, you'll see that right away that we're all putting our hands in different races and creeds. Teamwork makes the dream work. So anybody can participate. What's up, Cowboy? I see you in there. What's going, Jimmy? What's going, James? What's up, guys? J Dog. We got the team here.
All J's. They're all J's.
They're
Jimmy,
all J's,
Johnny,
man. Or
J Dog.
Marker
Oh,
80.
there's the
Got to have
anomaly.
an M in there somewhere. And a cowboy, of course. But we're all a team. It's like when someone cries about something, I really want to know genuinely what they're crying about, and maybe they have a good idea of marketing instead of blaming the whole community for poor marketing when we actually have marketing. We're killing it, but we're going to be doing more. We have money to do more, and that's the thing. It comes from the whole community. The marketing fund is a donation fund wallet on the DigiBat.org website that funds the initiative. So if you want to see marketing for DigiB, and you're like DigiByte needs more marketing, well, fund the development, or the marketing fund.
Make a plan. There's money for it. Make a plan. Is that
Right?
Is that
Or if you have a skill, join the team, right? Or tell us what's going on. What do you think we can improve to do better? I said we because we are a community. There is no one person doing it all thing. We don't hire a marketing team, right? We don't hire a marketing team to put DigiByte out there for us when it's our responsibility. You see, that's what a real grassroots movement is. That's what it's all about. Same thing for the development. We don't like go outside. We do invite developers to contribute to the blockchain, to the code and the bugs and all that. And there's a lot of us that do it. There's so many people that don't even, know each other that do it, right? All over from other, cryptocurrency communities or developing teams. They just contribute. They don't want to be known. They just do it for free, out of their own personal time and love for the project, even though they're not full-time in the project. But they'll help solve a problem. So we're talking about the core team and the developers and the people that are involved in DigiByte. That means everyone. And I know this for a fact. They use their own money and their own blood, sweat, and tears. And then when I hear somebody cry about something, I put them in their place and say, well, what do you want us to improve? Or I put them in their place and say, why don't you contribute? They're just crying. I try to help the baby. Like, baby, listen, crybaby, what do you want? What do you want Papa to do for you? We'll make it happen. Tell us your dream. But I'm not saying everybody's like that, because that's a lot of times I win a lot of people over that way. Like, well, once they understand that it's a grassroots movement, like the one that's crying is even at par with the people that are actually working with DigiByte, and then you put them in accountability check, they'll understand. They're like, oh, or they'll just say "f you" and walk away. It's like, because they don't want to work. They don't want to work for free.
It's easy to criticize.
It's easy to, yeah, it's easy to criticize and easy to point fingers at someone, and you don't, and those people don't know how to do nothing. It's like, well, if you have a solution, let's get the minds working, let's get the gears turning, and let's work together. It's not about it's not about blaming people. It's not about putting people down. You won't go forward in anything. There is no forward momentum with this with this phenomenon, DigiByte. So I think it is a movement, and we just don't want it to be a machine turning into a monument. Like, look at us, we were once called DigiByte. You know what I mean? We want to keep the movement alive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It would be a shame if in 10 years' time I was like saying to if I had a baby, if I said to my child, "Oh, look, there was this coin called DigiByte," and I'd like show them the videos on YouTube with the cool intro that didn't exist. That's what we don't want to happen, is it? So,
Right.
it sounds like you're open to suggestions, and just that you're looking for constructive feedback. You want constructive criticism. You want if someone's got something to say to back it up, to offer support and give suggestion. So I suppose, as you tell me that what you've told me, and I hear this emphasis on community and and it does make me think of, I've spent some time in communities. So when in this I can connect this with being homeless. So I can connect DGB to being homeless in that so in that time when I was homeless, I traveled to Norway and Sweden and Denmark, and I spent some time on a farm. I was in this spiritual community, and then spent some more time on farms, and I think these communities had good intentions. That what they stood for was loving, was goodness. One moment, dude. I'm doing an interview with someone on YouTube. What do you need? Okay, so this is my neighbor. He's okay. I'm gonna ignore him. He just so that we focus on the interview. He's normally
he's like one of these guys that we were talking about, like, you know what I mean? Like someone that just gets in and then they don't even know why they're there, and we just try to help them out,
So so where was I? So yeah. So I guess my concern then is that what I noticed when spending time in these communities is that it didn't work. It didn't work, right? like the roof was falling in on itself. They're into vegetarianism, veganism. Where are the vegetables? They didn't grow vegetables. Do you know what I mean? Like, so or the spiritual community, they didn't have money. So it just made me think of that. I think DigiByte's very different. I think there's a lot of I don't know so much about it, but you've got a strong grounding, good framework, blah blah blah. my hope is the roof isn't falling in on itself. But but it does raise a concern, and it sounds like people have concerns that people want DigiByte to grow and to
Mhm.
succeed. So that leads nicely into the question that my friend had. Um, Let me just get the email up. One moment.
Okay.
Does that kind of resonate with you? Does that resonate with you? What I just said, the farms and
Well, I've been through treatments and rehabs myself,
yeah, mm,
when I was younger. So,
mm,
like, I'm really familiar with those things. I've been in prison, you know, county jail. Uh, I've been a troublemaker all my life, destroyed multiple, people's lives, um, including myself. Wasted time. And so like hate, there is a place for hate, but it's not with the youth. I'll tell you that right now. When a youthful man or woman are always hating, they don't even know why they're doing it. They're just upset. They're like, "Oh, I'm mistreated," but they're like, they're spoiled. People in the hate, or they're just soulless, right? They're just like they're nowhere spirit filled or wisdom filled. They have no knowledge. They have no direction, and hate and animosity is all they know. And if they don't get what they want right away, like a baby bottle, or I need my diaper changed, you do it for me. Then they'll cry and they'll yell and they complain and they'll even hate you and accuse you like you hate me. No, 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 I don't hate you. I'm just trying to help you. All right, back up. I'm just trying to help you. Don't pull the knife. Kind of scenario. Yes, I've been in many like serenity kind of family groups, NA, AA, and like inpatient treatment, outpatient treatment. I've been in groups where there's so many people that like me had problems, and we're all there just trying to work out our problems, trying to figure out the solution. And really, I've never found any answer for my life except the Lord Jesus Christ, right? So that's just for me, right? Because he died just for me. I believe he died for me. He died for all, but he died for me. I made it personal, and that's what got me out, right? That's the thing that actually gave me the strength, kind of like a Monster energy drink or some kind of 5 hour energy drink that lasts all life and eternity for me. Like my whole life went from hating to the gutter, from the gutter rags to riches, right? So that's how that worked. I mean, it was a spiritual thing for me. So that's why I'm like, I consider myself, I try to be a servant for others, but I don't like the people that, play the victim card, because everyone has been victimized by their own mind. I mean, you basically choose your path and you eat what you are giving
so
yourself. I mean, I
reap.
don't, I mean, you eat what you serve yourself, right? You are, instead of blaming someone, well, I'm holding the cards that I'm dealt, right? No, that's not how life works. Life just doesn't deal you cards and you have a poor hand. You got to take that hand and make it into a royal flush. I mean, that's just it. Keep playing the game, and you'll learn, and you'll establish knowledge and then wisdom of experience, and then you will build those things in your life and establish a foundation in your own life, grow, and then build others. That's the mission in life.
Support others.
Yeah, it's all about others, and then you got to realize where they're at. You were in their place once, whether they're young or old, free or poor. So yeah, So I mean, that's just the way I see community and people. It doesn't matter what scenario they live in or we live in. It doesn't matter how we were treated or the lack of, right? Because sometimes people get crazy, the lack of treatment because they didn't get treated tough enough or sorry enough or poor enough or rich enough or abused enough, that they're all screwed up in the head. Like, so yeah, there's people of all walks of life that just complain. And, I was there. I've hated every Christian that walked in my life. Kept trying to tell me how to live and all that stuff. Oh, you just need to do the right thing. I'm like, screw you, Christian. Get out of here. You don't know. You don't know what I'm going through. You haven't walked this path of life. No, on the contrary, they probably have, and they conquered it. So, and they were there just to help me, with love and charity, right? Compassion, with the willingness to give me something that I needed at the time. And they don't. That's actually what it is. It's all about being a servant. Is giving to someone what they need at that exact moment. It's don't miss. Like if someone's asking you for bread and water, don't give them a snake or like, like people. The tongue is like poisonous asps. Like your tongue is a wicked thing. Like if you don't give the person what they're asking, you could poison them like a snake. You can damage them. You can hurt them. So it's just really important. The community is, I've never expressed myself this way. So there's a lot of people in the community like, what the heck is this guy talking about right now? But I mean, yeah, I've been in like homes where we had a smoke yard and a garden. Everybody's smoking out there, but there's like beautiful flowers and greenery and everything. And,
that's exactly how it is here.
yeah.
My neighbors, they're always drinking and smoking here, and yeah, they care for the garden. They grow some flowers and vegetables and stuff. It's nice. The
Yeah.
noise isn't nice, but the environment's nice.
Everybody has like full of woes and turmoil, and they're like, oh, I can't break free of this madness. I gotta surround myself with other people just like me with a garden.
And barbecue.
No,
So
I need a master. I need a
grill,
teacher, man.
They grill some meats over there. They eat some good, delicious meat.
Awesome,
You need
man.
a master. Why do you?
Yeah, we need a master. We need a teacher. You know what I mean?
You mean the community?
Well,
The
what
DigiByte or anyone? You mean everyone
anyone
needs
that has
everyone
that
needs a
kind of
master?
woe is me, or in that
Oh,
in that point of life where they need help, they just don't know who they need it from because they're always thinking about themselves, but they're never receiving the people that are saying, "Hey, I'm here." Because every time someone says, "Hey, I'm here to help," they're like, "F you, man! You don't know what I'm going through, man." And there goes their help. I mean, am I not speaking the truth?
yeah. No, you are, and you're. Yeah, I've thought that often about my neighbors. I've wondered, do they need help? I don't drink. I don't smoke. Um, they drink a lot every day, and alcoholism's a problem here in you know in Estonia. Alcoholism's very high in this part of the world, in Russia, Eastern Europe, so I've wondered often whether they need some help. I would only help them if they ask for it, so I wouldn't be that
Yeah. So you would.
Christian
So you're saying you
who's
wouldn't.
telling people what to do. No, I would respect their free will. And it's been
Yeah.
very challenging because they've been noisy and I haven't been able to sleep, and I've had to confront them and tell them to be quiet many times. They've also, well, I won't go into the details just to respect them, but I've wondered, it, has it been a call for attention? Like their call for attention, has it been a cry for help? Which makes me wonder, when these people are hating on you, whether they're doing the same. As you said, like a baby. So I will give some details, just I won't name him. Just one of my neighbors knocked on my door 5 times in an evening before 11 p.m. and after 11 p.m. The rule's very clear here, and here in Estonia, I think they're more rule abiding than in other places. So after 11, the rule is from 11 till 6, you shouldn't make noise. I mean, is it the same in the US? Like, is there a sort of general, is
Well,
there a rule that says you shouldn't make noise between this hour and this hour?
depending on where you stay, it's typically, whatever time zone you're in. It's typically for, in the Midwest, really, it's 10 o'clock. You're not allowed to mow your lawn. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
anybody found
mm.
mowing their lawn 10 o'clock at night where people are sleeping at 9, you're allowed to go over there and whoop his butt. No, I'm just kidding.
Get the gun out.
Pull the
Get
gun out.
the
Stop
gun.
mowing your lawn. No. Citizens arrest. Get down on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Get on your
on
knees.
your well-mowed lawn.
Face down in the dirt, scumbag. No. No, it's just like people just call the cops. Like, this guy is mowing after 10 o'clock and I can't sleep. Come over here and arrest the scumbag.
So they don't deal with it themselves. They rely on someone
Yeah,
else
it's
to deal
actually
with it. They
encouraged that
don't.
you don't
Oh,
go over there and put a
really?
gun in the guy's face.
Well, yeah, but
That's
you
like,
could
you
go
shouldn't do
over
those
and
things.
you could go over and have a conversation, right? And I think
Well,
sometimes no.
the guy might have a gun himself and says, I'm going to mow my lawn no matter what. I don't give a rip.
That's a problem, right? I mean, maybe we're going off tangent here.
No, I'm
I,
pretty
I
sure
think it.
everybody's being entertained.
Okay, let's go for it. But I want to return to what I was saying before about
Sure.
the rules. But let's just go with that. With that,
Yeah.
I think it can be a problem when we outsource responsibility, and that's what you were talking about earlier. Is about taking personal responsibility for your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead instead of whining, complaining, and that's okay if someone does that. Just you you were talking about responsibility, taking ownership of your life. So I think, yeah, well, I had an option when my neighbors were being noisy. I could either, I could complain, and I did. I could complain to my landlord, or I could have a conversation with them, or I could call the police. And honestly, I did complain to my landlord instead of talking with them. And looking back, that's what I should have done. I should have confronted them and spoke with them and said, and instead of. So yeah, just when you were talking about the police and going over, I can imagine in the US that there's a culture of outsourcing responsibility instead of taking things into your own hands. When I say in your own hands, I'm not saying go over with the gun. I'm saying just go and have a chat with your neighbor. Hey, do you think, hey, it's a bit late. Would you mind mowing the lawn tomorrow? And maybe he'll be mad at you, but maybe he'll just be reasonable and be like, yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I didn't realize it was 10, or I didn't realize you were sleeping. So I can stop that. But so coming back to what we were saying about, what was I saying about rules and
Yeah.
um,
I'm just writing one of the chatters here.
oh yeah, sure. Um,
So I think rules,
mm,
are good in the U.S. But I mean, for the U.S., I mean, we have servants to. Um, wow, what happened here? What? Sorry, I don't know why this is doing that. That's weird. There you go. Okay. It's good to have we taxpayers pay for police to, look out and to uphold the law, right? So it's best not to do it yourself because you pay for officers to do it for you. So that's how they get paid. But like people back to the DigiByte community, like people in the DigiByte community, you'll find like people like me where reason with people to show them that they're accountable just as much as I am and the whole community, whether you're crying or doing something, right? So we're all accountable. But there's other people in the DigiByte community. I don't know if you know this or not. And I'm sure a lot of people will
I don't.
know who I'm talking about, right? That will literally say, you know what? That guy over there crying or trolling us, he's in DigiByte. He's down. He's sad, right? He's angry right now. Put it on me. So you got selfless people out there, part of the DigiByte community that are bigger men than others, stepping in the way, saying, "Hey, it's okay. Let him cry. Let him troll. Let him go through his emotions. Let him get it all out. All the weird stuff coming out of his eyeballs, right, and the snot coming out of his nose. Let him do his thing. But if you have any problems with him, just put it on me. Put it on my account. I mean, we got leaders like that in the DigiByte space." I'm more of a direct person. I will go out of my way to talk to them, find out what's wrong, what's the trouble. There's others who will say, "Hey, don't even do that. If you have a problem with them and they're part of the DigiByte community, just talk to me about it. I'll take the blame for whatever he's going through or she's going through." Right? Don't blame the whole DigiByte community for one person or going through a mess or baggage, or another person that's absolutely hateful, or off the rails. Don't judge the whole DigiByte community or the project or where we're going, because many people don't know where we're going. And put DigiByte or the community at fault, or because we're all that's the major problem. Like people think that, well, DigiByte's not going to do nothing because of this or that, but they realize, or they don't realize, that they're actually blaming themselves. The reason why DigiByte in their own mind ain't going to do this and that is because they didn't get a part or put in. They didn't do nothing. So it's easy to cast blame on others that are doing something, but yet they don't see the reflection in the mirror. They are the ones that blame, and they're just screaming at the top of their lungs, "No, this is why this is it, and no," and trying to bring as many people as they can to fall down with them because they're right. But the people that follow them, they can only follow that person for so long and say, "Okay, so what's the facts? What did you find out?" "Well, nothing. I was just crying." Or get out of here. You know what I mean?
So what do you think would help the community then?
Well, if the community can listen to the people that are leading them, if they don't want to be led, then just be quiet. Quit shouting out or crying. If they don't want to be led, be a leader. If you want to be helped, submit to a teacher. These are simple things. Like, if you're going to open up your mouth, you better make sure you have the facts. Because if you don't have the facts, push comes to shove, I will show you or I'll call you out. And if you don't come up with any facts, you will be gone. You know what I mean? At your own destruction. I wouldn't cast you out, but at your own destruction, you will fail. Because that's what truth is. Truth puts it back in the person's corner, and they have to deal with it. Whether they believe in science or God, doesn't matter. You put the truth and the facts out, they will have to deal it on their own terms if they want to keep getting loud. And just see if they turn the corner and get right, or see if they just go somewhere else. It doesn't matter to me. They have to ultimately make that decision. I can't make the decision for them. I could throw the rope out there, be like, "Hey, listen, you got the facts wrong. Here's the facts." Right? and it's up to them to grab the rope or just to let the rope go and be like, nah, I'm good. At the same time, they're falling and crying and yelling, I'm falling. I'm blaming on you that didn't give me 500 ropes. Right?
So I want to understand a few things.
Sure.
Things aren't clear to me. So are you talking about people within the community, people that are working on DigiByte? Are you talking about people outside? Because what I'm wondering is
Sure. I
these
think
people?
both.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
but more, well, outside doesn't mean that they're on the outside. Like the core team, it doesn't mean that they're on the inside. It
Hmm.
just means
I've
that
got
they're
that. Yeah, yeah.
trusted people that earn their stripes, right?
Hmm.
They don't take crap from nobody, but they're there to make the right call or take the hit. That's all they're there for. They're not there to make money or lie to people or cheat and steal, right? There ain't no leader that's in the DigiByte community like that. That's what irritates me the most when someone blames the community or blames the leadership or whatever, right? We need to protect our own. At the same time, we need to protect the guy that's saying that. Like, what's the problem? Like, you were just as much as value that this person has. What's going on? What's your problem? Like, well, we'll tell you what's going on. Oh, is that it? Well, we'll confront them. We'll go over here and confront them. All right. Well, where's your fact? Okay, we'll take that facts. Here's the facts. This is what happened, and then we leave it in their corner. If they don't want to measure up, I don't know what to say, man. Everybody has equal opportunity in the community. Yeah, and maybe I could voice out something that the core members inside that no one else sees and says, "Hey, man, you shouldn't say that," or "You should say this," and then I'll say, "No, I don't think I should say that. I'll just continue saying this. You shouldn't tell me what to do," or whatever. When we get in a fight, but sure, that happens, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're people that are working on the same common vision, the same common goals.
I don't know what's your name then? I don't know it.
Script Skynet.
Oh, you never say your name.
No, I
Okay,
don't.
script Skynet. I'm gonna go inside. Just give
Okay,
me. We'll keep talking, but just I'm gonna have to carry you inside.
sure.
I need to plug in my laptop. Uh,
Okay.
it's really warm in there, but let's do it.
So I actually, let's see. I don't know how long you can go live, but I
Yeah,
actually have,
let's do it. I'm enjoying it. We as much time as we need. It's fine.
sure. I actually have to go to work. Uh, so about an hour interview. I mean, I think we started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to pour yourself some coffee? Is it in the morning over there?
Sorry. Well,
It's bright and early in the morning. Do you have to pour yourself some
just give me
coffee?
a sec.
Okay, seconds up.
Huh? You what? Oh, it's a bit cooler now.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
my air isn't on, man. And I don't ever really turn on my air because I was supposed to be at work, but
Yeah.
I
You
don't
mean
ever turn it on
air
until I get
condition?
home.
So well, if we haven't got, how much more time have we got then?
I mean, roughly like 8 to 9 minutes.
Really? Okay. Okay. I really want to ask you at least one or two of these questions that my friend sent me.
Oh yeah, go
So
ahead.
let me just. Okay, so my friend's really passionate about DGB, and I don't really get DGB, but I don't want to ask you about that now. We talk about that another time. But just to kind of give you some context, my friend's really passionate about DGB. With the small portfolio I had, I as you know, I sold Cardano and bought more DGB. My friend did a video where he talks. He bought 1 million DGB about a month ago when it was at 10 cents. So I've just did what he did. He's been right about everything so far, so I thought I should probably do the same. And he's an entrepreneur and a good friend, and his questions, I believe, are challenging and very good questions. So
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's go in order. So how will DigiByte be able to compete with projects like Cardano and BNB, who have much more attention, resources, and vocal leadership, direction, roadmap? So this connects with what you were talking about earlier. What do you think?
Sure. If you visit DigiByte.org, you'll see that there is like a kind of like a roadmap and a white paper, and what DigiByte has already done when it started. There's like you get all the information you can on DigiByte.org. I mean, there's a lot of information. For the most part, what people don't understand is DigiByte is its own ecosystem, right? It's like Bitcoin on steroids. It's a glorified Bitcoin. It will do things Bitcoin will never do. It's what Bitcoin should have been doing, right? So it's an evolution. I mean, you got Bitcoin, or Ethereum, you got Bitcoin Cash, you got Litecoin, you got all these Dash, you got all these UTXO blockchains, and DigiByte is just 5 times all that. Now, because of that, it has more security, and because of that, DigiByte has actual layers programmed into it, core protocol, assetizing or digital asset layer, and then apps and dApps communication layer. Bitcoin doesn't have that, but DigiByte came from Bitcoin. So you got to remember, like, it's a BaaS. It's a UTXO blockchain. It's different from Ethereum. Ethereum is a dApp protocol, right? dApp protocol blockchain. So
because I don't understand, and maybe
you build dApps on Ethereum, and that's it. And so it's like DigiByte has a main core protocol, a DigiAsset assetized layer, and then an app dApp top layer, right? All Ethereum is that first part, right?
The dApp app layer, is it?
Right, Ethereum protocol.
So yeah. It seems to me like DigiByte's part of Bitcoin. It's like within it, but
just imagine
Ethereum's
Bitcoin.
External.
Okay, just look at it this way. Bitcoin, you understand hard forks, right?
No.
Okay,
no.
so well, that's a problem right then there, right? That's a problem.
I know nothing. I know nothing.
We only have so much time. So first of all,
yeah. Well, should we not go into that?
Well, Bitcoin had babies. Okay, so from that protocol, it forked and had babies. Or Bitcoin, a developer took Bitcoin's model and made it their own model. Okay, like cousins. Okay, you get it?
Yeah,
that's what happened. Now, DigiByte, instead of having babies, is stacking everything that Bitcoin originally did, right? Instead of having babies of DigiByte, like DigiByte's everywhere, just called something else, like some other chain or some other crypto, it's continually stacking in one blockchain. So it's like a Bitcoin, Ethereum. You understand? It's its own ecosystem.
Yeah. Could we say that DigiByte's like a member of the family, but Ethereum's an outsider? Is it like that?
No.
Okay. Should we come back to the you were telling me in terms of attention, resources, vocal leadership. So I understand there's a difference between DigiByte and Ethereum. I know that you've got a roadmap.
Well,
How's DigiByte going to outcompete, B&B that has tons of money?
B&B?
Binance Coin, no?
Yeah. So how is DigiByte supposed to
outcompete? Yeah, all of these coins that have big market, big budgets, and
Well, I don't think that is. See, this is where price comes in. Price doesn't solidify the blockchain. It doesn't make what the blockchain is. Like that's like saying my where I work and how much money I make actually makes me the character that I give to you. Like because I make money and or I'm a person over here that's important. Those things aren't me.
the price of a coin doesn't reflect the coin.
Right.
Your
It doesn't reflect the
your
blockchain.
salary, the amount of money that you have doesn't reflect who you are as an individual.
Yeah, and if
which
Bitcoin,
I get that.
if the Bitcoin community was honest, they'd say the same thing. They would say, "Well, no, Bitcoin should be worth 200,000." But they'll say the price doesn't matter. It's the blockchain. It's the first. It's Bitcoin. So the price doesn't really make what Bitcoin is. I mean, now you can look, and say, "Hey, Bitcoin is overpriced, or it's underpriced, or it's a good buy." Bitcoin will always be Bitcoin. See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
DigiByte's not out to compete with others. It's there to do its own ecosystem. It's not competing. It's building. That's it.
So I guess my friend's concern and the other people's concern, the people who've been reaching out to you and making suggestion, isn't their concern coming from a good place, and that they're concerned about DigiByte not sticking around, going obsolete, because. And I don't know how that would happen, but I suppose I suppose other coins just will do. They do. I don't know. Maybe it's the technology that I don't get. Maybe that's the part that I'm missing. But is it true to say that some coins can, if other coins do well, DigiByte could become obsolete? And from what
Obsolete. You're talking about like
disappearing, because we were talking about in 10 years' time me showing a video to my potential child.
So let's just put it this way, like I don't think. I mean, you have over 100,000 coins, crypto coins that haven't disappeared. They just haven't disappeared. You could buy each one of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're just not in the top 100.
Okay. What happens to those coins?
What happens? People still buy and trade them.
Okay. What do you want? What's your vision for DigiByte?
Oh, just to continue doing what we're doing. Like, it's a grassroots movement where if you can contribute to the blockchain or contribute to the community or contribute to the cause, if you have some input, you can join. We can, or if you're willing to be taught, we can teach. It's all are welcome to love it or hate it. DigiByte's going to do what it's going to do regardless of what people think against it now. It's going to continue on without people. Like it's still going to do its thing. So
I have another question. I've got a better question. I want to interrupt you.
Sure.
Will DigiByte make the world a better place?
If it
was bigger,
it's made my world a better place.
Has it? Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
So if it was even bigger, You might not like this. I feel like this feels a bit like if when I was at these communities, like like if it was bigger, if DigiByte was bigger, would that be better for the planet? Would you rather have DigiByte than Doge in the go big?
Well,
I don't know. I have a really good sense with DigiByte. I don't really understand the technology, but you're coming from a very good place,
yeah,
and I'm just
you might
yeah.
want to just go to the digibyte.org and read
and
all you
learn some
can,
shit instead. Okay.
because it solves real
Learn.
world use cases like security. It
Yeah.
can save you from being hacked. You can use it at any website. You got Anti-ID, DigiID plugins. You can secure yourself online, right? You got DigiID, which is um, a it's a protocol where you can put in the websites. It's for website owners to secure people, ultimately the ultimate security for their users. So, and you can use your phone and log in. You're good. You're validated on the blockchain. No one can hack you. So that's just one use case. Another use case is you could be your own bank. You can mine it, right? You can confirm uh, and validate transactions on the blockchain and get paid for it. You can mint DigiByte. You can make brand new DigiByte. In fact, that's how they get made. You don't make DigiByte by buying it on an exchange. You're just buying somebody else's bag that doesn't want it anymore. To mint DigiByte, you have to be a miner to mint fresh DigiByte. And that miner is using energy and using their own money to get the brand new DigiByte, the first DigiBytes that are being blocked. Henceforth, smash blocks. We smash blocks. Miners mint the currency. Within cryptocurrency of DigiByte, you have three layers. You got the core protocol layer for the miners, for the security, for the protocol. Then to make it robust, fast, you got DigiShield, DigiSpeed, and then obviously DigiShield for real-time difficulty adjustments, multi-algo. Uh, uh, Multi-Shield is the first of its kind. You have DigiByte has five mining algorithms, which is Bitcoin, uh, Ethereum, Litecoin, and all these coins in one coin mining for the same thing, securing the blockchain. And then we have nodes, thousands of nodes all around the world, validating for the DigiByte blockchain. It's robust, it's fast. I can send you DigiByte in a second. So that's pretty much, I mean, so there's just things that it solves. Also, DigiAssets, you can create your own business on an asset, right? You can have your own token. You can make your own artwork on it and sell it to people that want to buy it. You can even put music and videos and songs.
So that all sounds amazing. Then you didn't answer my question. Would DigiByte be better for the planet?
For the planet? Oh, well.
Yeah.
I don't think anything is going to be better for the planet because I think the planet is going to burn. It's going to burn.
What? Really?
There is nothing saving it. No.
Isn't that
For the
pessimistic?
for the meantime, I think DigiByte is good for the planet. I mean, look, it causes we use energy to burn energy to fuel something so it can burn energy and do the process over and over. If you're in that process, nothing's good about it. It doesn't matter if you're driving your car or jogging, you're going to still have to take a poop, right? So it doesn't matter like that. For me, that argument is nil, nothing. Like if I grow a stalk of corn or kill a chicken, it's going in me. Is that good for the environment? There's one less corn, one less chicken. So I mean, the way I look at that is, it shouldn't even matter. the argument is shouldn't matter. I mean, we've pretty much destroyed this planet if you want to accuse humans to destroying the planet. We've already damaged it so far a million times over. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin's run the world or DigiByte at this point.
So there's no salvation.
Not for physical, only spiritual. I think long term, I think this planet is going to be dried up. I mean, enjoy it while it lasts. I mean, I can't tell you tomorrow it's going to be done and over. No, I'm saying eventually our resources will be plundered.
Wow. So what if DigiByte was a spiritual quest?
You had people that the psychics or the witches. They do that thing. I don't do that thing.
What if DigiByte could lift everyone up spiritually? Like, if you were saying that there's these people that are, the cry for help, then
well, it solves a lot of world use cases. So the blockchain itself is like a healer of what we do today. Like, there's no need of banks. There's no need of corrupt backdoors, influential people that will, take a file over here, sign it over here, put it over here, tuck it away. Oh, you mean you wanted the file? We don't know where it is. None of that. It's all based on code. It's all trusted on code that
transparent, open.
Yeah, and immutable, right? So basically, blockchain technology will. I think DigiByte is the one of the most decentralized. That means it's trusted. The more decentralized you are, the more trusted the chain is. It's the probably the most brilliant, if you want to look at it that way. Sure, other like ERC20 tokens, have developed a chain that helps Ethereum. That's Ethereum's ecosystem. It relies on other tokens. It doesn't just rely on code. DigiByte relies on code. It doesn't rely on other tokens to make DigiByte great like all these other tokens are making Ethereum great. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's inbuilt rather than coming from
Yeah, there's things coming. There's things when you're using the DigiByte blockchain, you're tapping into it. You're not becoming a DigiByte over here, or a DigiByte over here. I mean, everybody's using it. It's like the main source of energy.
Yeah.
And some of them. Let's just get this right.
See. Yeah.
Let's just get this right, Adrian.
Yeah.
Some of the things I'm saying, not everybody.
Let's get it right.
Some of the things I'm saying,
you're doing your best.
Yeah, I'm doing my best to answer what you're asking. But like, if you're wanting code, if you're wanting those things, there's people that would love to tell you a labyrinth code that you'll definitely not figure out. It's rivers to swim in. You'll get lost real quick.
Yeah, that side of things I don't really understand,
but again, it's a community that contributes. Yeah. If you're a coder, contribute. If you're a marketer, contribute. If you're a person that loves to talk to people, contribute. If you're a buyer, contribute. I mean,
have we got what time for? If you're a giver, give. Have we got time for one? Have we got time for one more question?
I'm pretty sure it's past, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, if someone like Bill Gates came in, became a vocal developer on DigiByte, and basically took over the project leadership, would you still hodl?
As long as the people keep it, that's why it's so important that we protect DigiByte and do not allow a leader. I was just talking about last night. If Elon Musk came up and supported DigiByte for all the wrong reasons and pumped it to the moon, I would still be against him.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you be against it?
If Elon Musk came up in here and said, "All right, instead of Doge, we're choosing DigiByte, but
Yeah,
for all the wrong reasons," I will be against him. Just
but
because it's the community.
but if he chose it for the right reasons, the
Sure,
reasons that you love DigiByte, you'd be
then
into it.
I'll be into it. But he's just a community member and not a leader. Just like I'm a community member.
So if we consider Cardano, then Charles Hoskinson, is he a leader?
That's a whole nother like can of worms. Like he's doing his thing. I don't even know what he does. Right? I mean, I get it. I understand his story. Right? But like that's a mute point from this conversation because it's not community driven.
I I don't understand
Is
how
Cardano
how
community driven?
DigiByte. I don't know, but maybe I don't want to get into that. But
Right.
I think so. But let's.
Well, tell me why Cardano is community driven. No
No,
one's
I
getting
don't.
paid.
No, no, I can't. No, I can't really say why or not. But um, maybe we can differentiate between. So, is Charles Hoskinson a guide, or is he a top? I think there's a difference, isn't there, between being a member and a guide versus being a top-down leader. I think what you're resistant to is authority, and what I'm hearing is DigiByte has less authority. It's less top-down, more balanced, more
Actually, I'm all
decentralized.
about authority.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just against authority that oversteps the line.
Tyranny.
Yeah, there you go. Tyranny.
Yeah.
I'm against tyranny. I'm all about paying somebody to uphold the law that we all need to abide by. But once you cross the law, they are no longer a public figure, a public leader to me. And I'm not saying Charles Hoskinson from Cardano is like that at all. I'm just saying that's a totally different project. Like I don't.
Yeah, we don't know much about it.
Without a fact, he's probably a leader and he controls funds. Without a fact.
I really like Charles Hoskinson. I watch his videos on YouTube. I trust him. He's a man of integrity, and I'm wondering whether that.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know the DigiByte community. My friend's asking that question because I believe he believes that what DigiByte needs is someone that is vocal and can lead the community.
So what I know about Charles Hawkinson or Charles,
let's call him Charles.
This guy, yeah, he's got a past, and I don't put people, I don't judge them for their past, but you open up the sources, you open up the cans, you'll find a can of worms, and they're rotten, buddy. But again, he might have redeemed himself. Good things are going for Cardano, without a fact, but is that changing his character? I mean, the guy's been spouting off the same thing for years now.
What's he been spouting?
Cardano.
Is that a bad thing?
It's how you got there is what makes your character. Do a little bit more research and you'll see where he came from. Again, I'm not judging for his past, but if you do research, you'll figure things out.
Well, like you say, if you do research, if you dig enough, you'll find.
Because someone's successful like Elon Musk or Charles
Hoskinson. Maybe I say it wrong. I think it's Hoskinson.
Let's just compare. Yeah. I really hate comparing, but just because Elon, do you like Elon Musk? Cool dude.
I freaked out a bit when I was hearing you talk about Elon when he was no longer supportive of Bitcoin. Do I like him? I would say I didn't trust him, and now he's gaining my trust again.
Okay, so he's gaining your trust, but what about the whole track? Like he didn't create PayPal, name only. He didn't create Tesla, he basically bought that and pushed people out of the way. He is just a playboy. That's it.
A puppet.
Well, I
Well,
mean, he's a master of his own device, right? Slave of his own tuning, right? I'm just saying, like, he isn't what he says he is. He's a fraud.
I think you're avoiding my question, which is, does the
I am?
you're like confused? Yes.
No, what? I'm sorry.
Let's say that, like, someone can vilify you, and it sounds like sometimes they're doing that. They're hating on you, and
Sure.
anyone can be vilified. If we dig enough, we'll find something bad about everyone. But at the end of the day, at some point, we need to say, yeah, I trust this guy, or I don't trust this
Well,
guy. And,
yeah, the only
you know,
time I say that, so sorry to
yeah,
interfere there,
it's fine.
Adrian.
That's okay.
I am openly, willingly to talk about my downfalls from my past, and here's a route
Yeah.
I took, and this is what solved it, and here I am now as a better man, not deceiving the people. Where are they saying that? I don't trust nobody that just hides and covers up and rewrites papers and says, no, none of that's true. Those people, they don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, they worked on me, but it's not true. I'm here. It's all good now. We're rich, baby. No, that's not the path I want to follow.
You want someone that you can trust, someone that's transparent, someone that admits the mistakes that they've made in the past, which is what you and I have touched on briefly. We've both made mistakes. Okay, so if you had someone like that, would you be happy? If you had a leader that you trusted and was transparent and humble and just basically all the qualities in a human being that you admire, if you had someone like that, would you be like, yeah, come on, lead us?
It's hard for me because I follow Jesus Christ, so I can't choose anybody else. But
well, I was thinking of Jesus Christ, actually.
Yeah, the thing is like, if Jesus Christ was alive today, he would say the same thing: follow me. He wouldn't say follow Bitcoin, follow DigiByte. He wouldn't say none of those things. And but for where I'm at and where you're at, let's just say for where the people are at in crypto, right? They're following something. They believe in something, whether spiritual or whatever, for money reasons, right? Everybody has their own, goals in mind, or their own, like target, or their own, day to day. This is what I want to get done, right? Kind of thing. So everybody has their own direction. That's what's so hard about being in a community. Like me, I can't level myself up to be better than other people to say, see, I'm everything you couldn't be. Let me lead you, right? So follow me. So that's not me. Like, I'm just one voice crying out in the wilderness, and that's it. Like, people don't follow me to follow me. They want to hear what's about the project. They want to hear what's about DigiByte, right? And every once in a while, I'll throw something in there, and no one will get it, but it was the truth. And then maybe down the line, it gets mentioned. Oh, okay, that's what he was saying, right? And it has to do with development. That's it. And it's not like actual, like, immediate, like, boom, there's the truth. I spoiled the project. It was just hints. Like, we're going places. There's things in the works for DigiByte that I can't tell you, because most of the time they're not told me, but they are told to me, right? They're not telling me, but they are told to me. I can put two and two together. I can do my own research. I figured out a project before anybody figured it out. I didn't say, hey, I figured it out. Look at me. Didn't do it. But that's the thing. It's just like, I don't care about a leader, right? I care about the community. We're all in this together, right? So that's how I look at it. I don't need a Elon Musk to lead me. Hell no. I don't need a developer coming out and trying to touch my heart and bring me to, self-awareness. No, I don't need that. But what I do need is companionship, friendship, and just that camaraderie between people. And they have a skill, I have a skill, you have a skill, these people have a skill, and we respect each other for all one goal, right? No one's going to rise out of the ashes and smack you down, right? Get back with everybody else, right? That's the community. That's the power of decentralization. We
So
put
how did
each other
Jesus
all
do
in
it
check.
then? So how did Jesus do it then?
Oh,
How
he
did
humbled
he
himself.
yeah.
So he humbled himself, became a man, and dwelt among us. That's what the
Did
scripture
he
says.
lead? Did he lead?
Sure, he did, but he didn't lead by saying, "I'm God, you better follow me, you're all going to hell."
He was the most humble man in the world.
He became a servant. He became poor for our. He became poor for our. Uh, he became poor
He for
I don't
our
know what.
benefit, for our benefit, for our
Well,
benefit. Oh,
we became rich from his poverty, so he became
yeah.
poor, so we could be
Sacrifice.
rich.
He
Yeah,
sacrificed himself.
yeah. He was the lamb that was slain. Like no one could. I couldn't. Instead of me paying for my penalty, my sin, he did it for me, so I didn't have to pay. He gave me a way out. So I didn't have to trust myself because I wasn't good enough to do it. So he did it for me. That's God. So it's like that's a servant. This is the mind of Christ to be every man on the things of others. Like instead of worrying about yourself, you need to be worrying about others and how you can improve them or what is their need or lift them up with their self or esteem others
Help
better than
help
yourself.
them
So
help
instead
them
of focusing
realize
on me, it's just focusing on others, right?
serving others, which is what crypto does. I think it's about serving others.
Sure, but there's a
Right,
lot of people that are just taking your money. So it's not
right.
everybody doing the same thing.
True. There are good and bad actors, aren't there, in the
But
crypto
but
space?
but you know, you can't
Or
call a trader
better.
bad either because that's a way of life, right? But there is bad actors and there are
Mm.
good people and there are people in between and there's people that will never endorse or hear what we're saying tonight. They're stuck up. They're prideful.
And there's
They
many
got
that
pride.
will.
They,
Should we stop there?
sure.
You needed to go, didn't you?
Yeah, I need to go to work.
Yeah.
Been
Oh,
needing to go to
you
work.
work you work nights? You
20,
work at night, do you?
I work 24/7, man.
Oh, you don't sleep. you're you're a machine. You don't sleep.
No, I do. I do.
When do you sleep?
When I get done.
When the day's done.
When I get
Okay.
done.
So you're off to work, but you're off to work now at night.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I've been working all
Okay.
day.
Wow. Wow. Well,
And I had to stop and do this break with you, man.
thank you. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you, bro. It's been fun. It sounds like it's just been a me thing. But in the end, it was all about you.
It's all about us. It's all about.
It's all about everybody in the chat. You want to answer a question here? Let's answer a question.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Be Humble says DigiByte's no massive pre-mine ICO. Period. So there's no CEO, ICO, management company to enforce. This is how we're going to do it, kind of thing. And you can see that in other projects. Period. Yeah,
I
God
have a
was
question for Be Humble. Oh no, let's go ahead. Let's
the
carry on.
deed. God was
Yeah.
manifested in the flesh and dwelt among us. That was the Lord Jesus Christ. That's right. What? Be humble.
They're all coming out of the woodwork, aren't they?
Hallelujah. Yeah.
I
So
sometimes wonder if the commenters are spirits. Do you think it's possible? Do you think that that you're like, where's he going with this? Do you think that some commenters are not human beings? They're spirits. They're spirits that communicating with us,
sure,
trying to,
I believe
trying to,
every
trying.
man has a spirit, and they could choose not the Holy Spirit and have multiple evil spirits indwelling
Oh,
them. Sure.
I want to. Let's see if there are more comments. I'm enjoying. Are there any more? Is that it? Is that all we've got?
You make me chuckle. Keep poking the bear. But Holland I was like laughing.
Spirit. He's a spirit.
I'm ready for your question.
Oh, great! That's great. So, my question was, oh, I've forgotten. What did he say? What did he say?
I don't know. He just asked you, I'm ready for your question.
No, but what did he say before that? Oh, we don't need an ICO.
No massive pre-mine, no ICO. Like DigiByte wasn't an ICO pump. Like buy our DigiBytes and we'll reward you somehow. And no massive pre-mine. Like there wasn't a. If you, I don't know if you realize this, but like XRP had a pre-mine and they owned a lot of it and they were just selling it out.
I didn't know that. So my question for Be Humble is, would Be Humble like a humble leader for DigiByte?
Be humble. Do you need a humble leader for DigiByte?
I feel like I'm pushing the benevolent leader. I'm pushing the benevolent leader on the DigiByte community.
Each and every one of us have that capability. It's like we don't need just one man, right? So it's like we all are equal here. And if we do get a humble leader, we get one. And if we have one, then we have one. If we choose one, then we choose one. But it's very important that you don't follow a man for any other reasons than that, I guess. But I mean, I just follow Christ. I can't follow anybody else. I can follow a man if they're following Christ because they're in Christ and they're following Christ, just like I am. But I can't follow a man that's not, that doesn't understand spiritual things,
It sounds like my friend John would be perfect.
Oh, your friend John's going to lead the DigiByte community.
I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to suggest
You're the benevolent leader we've been waiting for.
All hail John. What does has Be Humble got nothing to say? Is he gone quiet? She or he?
I truly feel like the community is like that. Like we're all in that mind frame. It's a living organism. We're all. Yeah, it doesn't matter where we're at. Like no one's greater than the next. No one's weaker. I mean, we're only weak. We're only.
You're only as weak as the weakest link.
The weakest link, but even that weakest link, reminds you that the people that are stronger than that link need to repair the link. So it's our duty to, help others. So
yeah. Wow. Yeah. If it helps, it's John without a H.
JON? Okay.
Yeah. What if John didn't lead but led? I don't know how we do that, but
oh, that's a good point. There you go. There are no weak links in blockchain. Uh, I look at ADA and think the CEO is great, but he's human with human vanities. What Jared did by setting down, show the tech, and the community will lead. Yeah, so
Didn't get
like
that.
for instance, like Charles Hoskinson,
Yeah.
he wanted to make money, he did it. So he wanted to build a dream, he did it. Jared, he didn't. He did it for a better and faster, cheaper Bitcoin. And then, did he make money on it? I don't know. Did he invest in it? Sure. But the thing is he didn't do it to be rich, or to be known to be rich, or to be known I'm the best thing since sliced bread with cheese on it that you can't get anymore in the supermarket because it's plastic. I'm sorry, just joking. Anyway,
So it's a good point.
I
But
gotta
what
get
if? Yeah,
I gotta
let's
get
cool.
going.
Let's wrap up. Yeah.
It was a good
Cheers.
chat, man.
Thank you. Cheers. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, play the DigiByte. Not during a DigiByte Comm Talk. Come on, man.
The end of fun.
Okay. that was from one of the community members. See, Jason says play the DGB troll clip. Frog, frog, frog. That's what I play when he wants to put out some FUD on DigiByte. I'll play that and beat him up. You need some FUD to play that. Oh yeah, yeah. Humble says ja 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 ha. Oh yeah. Okay, guys.
So should we?
Oh, a chain. Nathan says a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. There you go. There it is. No
Cool.
backdoors in
Well,
DigiByte.
have a good evening then.
Could be marker 80. Could be. That's all I can say. All right.
All
Well,
right.
guys, thank you
Cheers.
for
Thanks.
joining the DigiByte Comm Talk and getting to know Adrian here, the other half of the orange. I really appreciate you. Had a blast. Thank you very much. And wave to the audience.
Like the Queen.